Good morning. Welcome to This Week in My Garden. This week in my garden, it's 80 degrees. I like that. It's overcast, so I don't have to wear my hat. Gonna do some things in the garden this week. We'll see what's going on, and so let's get to it. Tomatoes are done. I've got a few Sweet 100s left. We're harvesting those today, and it doesn't look like anything else is coming onto my Sweet 100s. And my big beef, don't think I have any more big beef on the vine. And as you can see, they're looking pretty bad, looking poor. So no more big beef. The lemon boys are about in the same shape. I don't see any more lemon boys anywhere, and they're all looking pretty bad too. So got to make a decision on whether I'm gonna try to save these or just pull them up and try to plant something else. Now, tidy treats, yes. They're looking poor, but they're still putting on tomatoes, and I don't know where they're coming from because I'm not seeing any blossoms, and then I come out and there's more tomatoes. And as you can see, and not as much as we were getting, but there's still quite a few tomatoes on these guys. Some ripe ones I need to get here harvest, and as you can see, a lot more coming along. And like I said, I don't really see. And there's some blossoms right there. I'm not noticing the blossoms, and then I come out and there's more tomatoes. So the tidy treats are doing good. Even in this heat, they're still managing to produce. So, hey, we'll just keep harvesting and keep working with them. All right. Here's my garden thermometer. As you see, a nice 80 degrees. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. Nice temperature here in North Texas. About a week and a half ago, I started some yellow pear and some cherry tomatoes in these containers, and nothing has germinated. So I think I'm going to have to try that again. All right, we're going to pull up the watermelons today and prep this bed for Brussels sprouts. I'm going to put Brussels sprouts in this bed. I'm going to start seeds today. Hopefully they'll get nice and germinated, and we can get them in here and have a nice fall crop of Brussels sprouts. Now, the ones I planted back in the spring, as you can see, are not a total waste. They are putting on Brussels sprouts, and they are beginning to get big. But we're going to keep working and watching these guys and see what they do. It rained a little bit this morning, but not enough to measure my rain gauge, so I'll probably have to water today anyway. So yeah, that's what's going on with the Brussels sprouts. All right, over here in Pepperland, I always like to refer to this as my pepper forest when it starts getting up, but it's it's just, they're not big yet, so it's not a forest. But the jalapenos are doing good, putting on nicely. We are going to put a shade cloth up here, I have decided to go ahead and shade my peppers. Even though they do okay in this heat, I decided that maybe if I shade them, they won't get as stunted as they did last year. I was getting really nice big peppers, and when it got hot, I started getting nice small peppers. So maybe if I shade them, they won't get stunted. The Fresnos, I have found out that this is about as big as a Fresno plant gets. They don't get as big as the others. So I'm thinking about taking these tomato cages off of these guys and putting them over my jalapenos like I did this one right here, because these do get nice and tall. They need some support. I'm gonna be making some Fresno pepper hot sauce later. So we're gonna see what we can do with these guys. Got this shade cloth just draped over them. My Italian sweets are finally putting something on, but they're having a little bit of issue. I have noticed this about my peppers. At the first of the season, I get a lot of blossom end rot. But as the season goes by, it seems to clear itself up. So I'm not sure what happens in the beginning, but as long as it clears up, I guess I'm okay with it. There we go. Some nice peppers on there. This guy's growing up nice and tall. Over here on the Mad Hatter, we've got a pepper. Where is it? I know it's in here somewhere. I saw it. There it is. So that is a sweet pepper Mad Hatter. We're gonna see what that guy does. If we like these guys, we might make them a bigger part of our garden next year. There's another one. Here's another Italian sweet. There's some more Italian sweets. They are beginning to come on. I'm debating how to shade these three beds right here. I always have just done individual frames and just covered each bed. I'm thinking about getting a 10 by 20 shade cloth and just making all three of these covered off one cloth. Now, I've got the banana peppers covered up here. Hang on a second, I'm stuck. I gotta pull these nails up. They're causing me issues. There we go. As you can see, they are doing really good. I was having a lot of problem with these guys. If I tried to leave them on the vine to ripen, they were just getting leathery, and they didn't look good. They didn't taste good. They just were weird. But I put this shade cloth over it, and it's made a big difference in the way they look. So that's nice. Do a little weeding here while I'm sitting here talking to you. Just so you have proof that yes, I do weed my garden. All right, over here in the bell pepper land, there's some babies. So we're getting some bell peppers and got some banana peppers. So I'm gonna get all these shaded up somehow. Not sure how I'm gonna do it. The frames I like to build, they're kind of expensive. Here in the middle of the summer, don't have unlimited funds for stuff, so I got to make a decision how I want to approach that. And so, yeah, so that's what's happening in the garden. Pop of color wall is looking really good. That one's not, but a lot of purples and reds. Got some mixed in my peppers. We just wanted to have a lot of color in our garden this year, so just got all sorts of different types of things going to give extra color to the garden. Like I said, we really wanted to attract the pollinators to our garden, even though we only really needed them for the watermelons. Tomatoes and peppers are self-pollinating. That one just never really got off the ground very good. There's that one over there, a little bit more color over there. So yeah, so watermelons are coming up today, and we're gonna start prepping this thing for Brussels sprouts.
It's creeping fine. Big tree. Oh, that was trash. All right. Now I'll go get some amendments.
Okay. First thing I'm going to do is put in this organic 356 and some blood meal for nitrogen, so it'll boost up that first number in my 356. I don't have an exact measurement on this. I just kind of throw it in. Now this bed was black-eyed peas last year, so it probably had a pretty good nitrogen going for it anyway. All right, and now for the 356, I'm gonna put it down where I'm anticipating planting my Brussels sprouts. So they're gonna go down both sides. So let's put a little of this in here. All right. And I got some more compost, so I'm gonna go get my wheelbarrow and get some compost. right, let's add some compost. This is a different color than I'm used to. I've already used some of this year and it was black. This is definitely not black, this is brown. But I'm sure it's just fine. All right. Let's see how 3 bags do. Where's my spreader tool? Let's see if we can spread this around. I might need another bag. I got 2 more bags out in my truck. Looks like I might need them both. This bed was a little lower than I thought it was. Yeah, I like to get my blood meal and my organic fertilizer down and then put a layer of compost on top of it. Yeah, I'm gonna go get those other 2 bags of After looking at this real hard, I think I only need 1 more bag. Let's spread this around. Uh-oh. That's a rock. Over the fence it goes. All right. Yeah. All right. Thank you for Brussels sprouts. Now, since I won't need this bed for a couple of months, probably, or a month and a half, maybe a month, I don't know. But since I'm not going to need it for a while, I'm going to water it real good and then cover it in black plastic so that in a month I don't have to weed it again. Save me some work. Well, thanks for joining me this week in my garden. Like I said, the tomatoes are about spent. Tiny treats are still doing good. Peppers are beginning to come along. All 5 varieties have begun to put on some fruit. So I got peppers on my pepper plants and got the watermelon pulled up, got that bed prepped, get that black plastic on it, and it'll be ready for me to go. I'm gonna put some seeds, some Brussels sprout seeds, some yellow pear tomato, and some other cherry tomatoes down in seeds. See if we can get them going. If I can get them going, that's going to give me clarity on what to do with my tomato plants over there. if I can get some going and get them where they're going to be ready to go here in another month or so, I'll probably be ripping up my tomatoes and just putting in new tomato plants for the fall. But we'll see how that goes. But like I said, thanks for joining me this week in my garden, and I'll see you again next week.